Now, as we wait for sentencing for Sean Diddy Combs, we have a brand new development to bring to you. I already told you guys that he's requested again to be released on bail. The prosecution has until Thursday to respond to that, but today his legal team has filed a new request. They either want him to be acquitted on the charges with which he is found guilty on, or they want a new trial. Let's get into some pop culture news for today. Go ahead and hit that follow button so you don't miss out on breaking news. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Now, in the 60-plus page document that was submitted to Judge Arun, Diddy's legal team is saying that not only is his conviction unprecedented, but they are also describing it as unconstitutional. Now, according to the filing, essentially what his legal team is saying is that the way that the Mann Act was applied to Diddy's case is not reasonable, also stating that he's the only man in America that has this particular conviction. They also point to the fact that they mentioned this also during their closing arguments when they requested bail. If he was only charged with these two charges of the Mann Act at the beginning when he was first arrested last year, we may never have even seen a trial because it's not a charge that is typically prosecuted in this way. To be even convicted of this particular charge with the Mann Act, there is no force, there is no fraud, there is no coercion, and yet it was applied in his case. Alex Shapiro continues to say this conviction stands alone, but it should not stand at all. They talk about the accusations and what came out during the trial, but go on to say this. His 2-month trial showed there are no supporting credible evidence, and the jury even rejected the majority of the evidence put forward. They also go on to say that it is undisputed that he had any commercial motive and that everything that took place involved adults and people that traveled back and forth voluntarily. They go on to point to a fact that many of us have talked about extensively in the comments, which is that he may have been the one to hire them, but he didn't transport them. And there was no engagement, we know, with the entertainers with Sean Combs. So they're making a strong argument that either what he was convicted of needs to be thrown out, or they are requesting a retrial. Now, with the retrial, it'll be specifically on the Mann Act charges. The other ones that he was found not guilty of, which is the S trafficking and also the racketeering, that would not come into play again because he's already been found not guilty. So that would be a double jeopardy situation. We have to wait to see what the prosecution has to say in reference to his bail. Their due date to submit their argument for that is tomorrow. And now Judge Arun has something else that he needs to consider, which is whether or not he's going to throw out the conviction, which I doubt that he will. But I want to know what you guys think. So let's get into it in the comments.